Hi, this is Eric Martin with Board Game Geek. I'm here with Chevy Dodd from Portal Games, looking at Crazy Karts.
Yep.
Which we actually talked about at Gamma Trade Show, but now you got the finished
We have the final bits. Everything here is what comes in the box.
I should mention designer Charles Amir Peretz.
Yes.
Also, I did not connect him initially, but he publishes his own games as Super Meeple.
Yes.
In France.
Yes.
So it's interesting, just the designer-publisher interaction. We find this a lot.
Yeah, sure.
You know, people doing their own thing and then pitching a game to someone else who's going to be like, we'll make this the way it should be.
I may have done that before.
May have done that. Okay.
Yeah, these are final components. We've got wooden carts with stickers on them, so they've got some cool looking artwork. Each player has a deck of 6 cards with different artwork on them as well for each faction. 4 factions in the box: mummies, elves, goblins, and dwarves.
And the gist of the game is a race game.
The gist of the game is racing. You're trying to be the first one off the board. You play in teams, so one person controls one half of each cart. It's a programming game, so you're going to need to set your cards down on your board, and then whatever you do, it happens later, but the secret is we don't know what each other are trying to do.
Right.
So maybe I'm in charge of stopping and turning, and you're in charge of speeding up and shooting. And so we don't know what each other's trying to do. And if we're in a situation where we might run into a wall and I don't turn and you speed up, it can be crazy.
That's right.
So not only is the game a race, but playing the cards is a race. That's important.
Okay.
The first team to put all their cards down starts counting down backwards from 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Everybody else has to stop.
Okay.
If you don't get all your cards down, sorry. Then we reveal and see what happens, right? So in this case, we start with the number 1. So say I had 3 on initiative. We would compare initiatives between the teams. Whoever has the most initiative goes first. Then they take all of their actions as a team. So we would go to 2.
Oh, I should have paid 3 to use.
Yeah, the goblins have a special ability. They can turn before moving, because usually turning is number 7 and moving is number 6.
Okay.
Which could mean the instance where we drive into the wall, right?
That's right.
But here's
my
the secret.
skilled retroactive play here.
Sure.
Let me do this.
Sure. So you put this down, which means we turn first. Here's the goblins. So you put this down saying we turn first. If I don't put anything on turning, nothing happens. So you have to hope that I put turning down here.
Okay.
All right. To turn, we have to have a number of steering wheels equal to our speed or higher.
Okay.
So in this case, if our speed was 0, we could turn just fine, and we could turn away from the wall.
Okay.
But if our speed was 3, we'd be okay. But if it was 4, we would have failed at turning and we'd be stuck.
Okay.
Because we're going too fast. All right. At the start of the game, you get to draw all 6 of your cards because you're at 0. But as you go faster, you get less and less cards because the cart becomes harder to control. It's out of control. All right.
Okay.
Yeah. So we go through the board in turn or number order. So initiative first, then the special action, then power-ups. Power-ups come in these little tokens, and you get these by passing through a power-up square or by getting your power-up meter to 10.
Okay.
And then these do special abilities, such as this one makes an enemy cart speed up, so you can make them slam into a wall or something like that.
Or someone else.
Or someone else, sure.
Ideal.
Yeah, that's an option also. They have a cost on them, and that's what you have to put here. So this would only cost 1. I could put a 1 there and then use this. Okay, so then we would go to the special action. This is only for experienced players, and this actually punches out of this board and flips over. And so you can see what the special action is.
Okay.
But if you're not playing with experienced players, you leave it the other way.
Okay.
Then we break. So if we're going too fast, say we're going to 6, and I knew that I only played 3 on my turn action.
Here, we should actually put this out here for people to see better. Forgetting my job.
Sure. If we were going speed 6, and we wanted to turn because we didn't want to hit the wall, maybe I could break first. So I could put 3 points on braking, which would bring us down to 3, and hoping that you didn't put anything on speed up.
Well,
that means
we're headed off a cliff.
That means we would be able to turn. Okay. But we would, unfortunately, after braking, we would still move forward. So in this case, where we were up against this wall, we still go forward 3 and smash into the wall.
Okay.
When carts hit walls, they take damage. Damage reduces your maximum speed. You can repair your cart. That's an option here. The other thing we can do is shoot the enemy carts. That's this action. Whatever power you put there. So you put 3 there, that is the range of your shot.
Okay.
So you count 3 squares, and if you hit, you hit.
Okay.
We have a deck of hit cards. You just flip the top card, and it does all sorts of things.
Okay.
This is a precise shot, which permanently modifies their cart.
For their special action.
For that special action. So that adds 2 power to their special action.
Okay.
There are some that make them permanently discard a card, so they don't have as many valuable cards. Some of them are misses, so you might miss.
Okay.
And then charging. Charging lets you charge up your power card meter, and if you get to 10, then you get a token.
Okay.
And then it resets and you keep going. And then lastly is repairing. The goblins are really bad at repairing, so they only get to repair half of however many cards they put there. Everybody else gets to repair in full, and that just takes damage away.
Okay.
We race down the track, we avoid the obstacles. Unfortunately, you can't always avoid obstacles because it's blocked completely. But some of the obstacles are good, some of them are bad. Some of them give you power-ups. Some of them might make you go farther. And then, of course, first one off the board wins the race.
Okay.
You play 2 races. This is the qualifying race. And then we play a second race. The winner of the qualifying race is going to get a power-up for the second race. The second race is adds an extra board, and then the winner of that race wins.
Okay.
So typically what happens is the first place winner gets a power-up, and then next turn everybody targets that person and they don't win the race.
All right.
And then the winner gets the champagne.
Okay. Celebratory champagne.
Celebratory champagne.
All right. And then you can play with an odd number of players.
Yes, there is a lone wolf option. The lone wolf option basically has both boards with a couple of special changes. And each turn, something on the cart breaks. So maybe this round you can't turn or you can't speed up because your gas pedal's stuck.
Okay.
And so every round you'll draw a new broken piece and you'll draw a new bonus piece. So part of your cart works better, part of your cart works worse.
But you find out only after programming? Or
no, you find out before.
You find out before.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
It's not that.
You're not completely screwed.
Okay.
Yeah. But it is difficult to play as the lone wolf. It's fun though. It's a different style.
Okay.
Yeah. So 2 to 8 players, and that if you play with odd, you have or 3 to 8 players. I'm sorry. If you play with an odd player, they have the lone wolf.
Okay. All right. Thanks for the overview.
Yeah, no problem.
Crazy Karts.